Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Remember on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown. And here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dickerson on the handoff. He juked him, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Everett. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Off the play fake, Everett. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They give it to Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers. And he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie. But that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie the score at 15 all. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Everett. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On 1st and 10, Everett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Off the draw, it's Dickerson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running it with Dickerson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll run now with Dickerson. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Everett. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Brown. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 9. Dickerson, try the right side. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Everett. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Rams strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And
that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give to Brown, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Everett. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Everett. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A carry for Dickerson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Eric Dickerson. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side. Dickerson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And this Browns defense stands tall. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. He'll go underneath here to his running back. Catch is made. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here, because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. Let's see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.